can see you crystal clear. Go ahead and tell me out and I'll lay your ship bare. See how I leave with every piece of you. Don't underestimate the things that I will do. There's a fire burning in my heart, reaching a fever pitch and screaming out the dark. The skies of your love remind me of us. They keep me thinking that we almost had it all. The skies of your love, they leave me breathless. I can't help it. Rolling in the deep. You have my heart inside your head, and you play it to the beat, baby.
Hey guys, I'm Roxy, the band Misused. We're based out of Birmingham, Alabama. You know, I've kind of got a double whammy because I'm so young as well. And, you know, you go and the music business is a man's world, of course. And, you know, I'm the one who I take care of all the business of the band as well. So, you know, trying to call a man that is, you know, old enough to be my father, if not grandfather, and handle business with them on an equal level is sometimes real difficult. I don't get a lot of respect. I've had more problems with the musicians in the band, not the current ones, but former ones, with the fact that I'm a woman and I'm young, than I do with club owners or managers or buyers, agents. You know, those seem to be pretty respectful most of the time. A lot of times working with me as a musician, as the owner of the band, seems to be difficult for male musicians, especially the ones that are a good bit older than me. You know, most of the time what I get is that general attitude of, hey, you know, you're young enough to be my daughter, or you're young enough, you know, we two different generations here, and you're trying to tell me my mistakes. You know, I've been doing this business longer than you've been alive. Why should I listen to you?
Lyra Lynn, and I'm here in Montgomery, Alabama, playing at the Alley Bar with my band. Well, the music business is dominated by men, so you know, it's just like when you're a little girl and you're playing with the boys and they don't think that you are capable of climbing trees or riding bikes or roller skating or whatever. Same goes in music. Greeted by a man who is in charge of running sound for the evening, and you know, he says something like, "So, are you just singing tonight?" And I say, "Yes, I am singing, and I'm also playing guitar." And then he says, "Oh, okay, well, you need an acoustic DI?" And I say, "No, thank you, I'm playing electric guitar." And he says, "Oh, okay, cool." And he sets it up, and there's a lot of doubt, you know, they generally assume that I'm just a singer, and if I do play guitar, I just, you know, strum the acoustic guitar. And
okay, my name is Kay Peters. I play with the band called Dr. Feelgood. A lot of times just not feeling like I'm being heard, like even selections of songs, or this should be done this way, or maybe we should, you know, do a certain set a certain way. And sometimes it's like, okay, yeah, and sometimes we meld our ideas, but as a woman, sometimes I feel that it gets put off. You know, sometimes, you know, women don't get taken as seriously as male vocalists. You know, you're not rock enough, you're not hard enough, you're not soft enough, you're either this or, you know, get a lot of that.
Sex sells, of course, but personally, I wish it kind of wasn't like that. You know, just having a female front kind of says a lot about what the motive in the band is, and I hate that because it really isn't. And I don't want us to be one of those bands that we're known for strictly sex sales. You know, I'm just happen to be a chick, you know, and I enjoy music. I want to do it for my living. You know, I enjoy seeing the crowds having a good time, and you know, whatever it takes. I'm an entertainer. You know, I mean, I still have limits, obviously. Still have morals. I stick to those for the most part.
I've noticed just in press in general, like a lot of times whenever a female musician is reviewed, they talk about her name or her body or her clothes or what she's doing that has nothing to do with music whatsoever. You know, they talk about how she's sexy or she's not sexy, and like that really has nothing to do with a person's capability of musical performance, and is rarely something that is discussed in reviewing male musicians. Women are subjected to a lot of sexual and physical criticism that men aren't in all things, and that goes for music too.
Yeah, and the guys, they're a lot of fun. They love me like their little sister. You know, they make sure that I'm safe and protected, and they're very respectful of me, which is nice because I would not want to be with a group of guys that were not. You know, I wouldn't be able to handle it at all. And you know, I don't demand a lot of respect. You know, I do. I appreciate it when it happens, but you know, you kind of can't demand a whole lot of that because it's just not going to happen.
I just take a deep breath and swallow and get on stage and do the best that I can do, and usually I hope that they feel like idiots in the end.
I've always loved to sing, and I try not to let any of that bother me. And one of the best things that ever happened to me as a vocalist was the first band I was in, I pretty much had to learn to sing anything, whether it was a guy song, a girl song, a rock song, a dance song, and I just tried to learn it and go with it. And from that point on, I've done a big variety of music. And
no, I don't. I mean, I know a lot of feminists would probably punch me for saying this, but I do think that men have a greater knack for instruments than women do, and you know, it still happens. All girls are facing the same things. You know, growing up, the boys don't think that they're good enough. And maybe that's part of it. Maybe it's just from the very beginning, when a girl picks up an instrument, all the guys are like, oh, you can't do it. And so she does give up right away. And the boys, you know, keep going and they excel at it. And so in the end, they are better. I mean, obviously there are exceptions to everything.
I think they just have it easier, mainly because I think maybe people look at them and go, oh, well, they're guys, they can do anything. They can go on the road, they can sleep on buses, they can, you know, women, oh, we got to take her along, you know, she's going to be trouble, or they're going to be divas, or, you know, I think there's a lot of that. I really do. I think so. I think guys have it easier in that respect.